How about this venue, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Todd Grisham, and we are live here. Vasily the Matrix King Rai.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, presenting the 2-time Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, a tremendous 3-division champion.
Usually you don't need a weather. Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. Which fighter will say no mas? They exchange punches. This is a high-octane battle. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. It is a sunny and hot day, and no, we're not inside. No air conditioning or air con, as they say in the UK.
If you are on the losing side of this fight, Todd, and the heat is on, it's the worst place to be, so you've got to make sure you've prepped right for this. And right now, I'm looking to fight that doesn't look like they're prepped right.
A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Both men step back for just a moment. And he scores with the counter. Misses with that uppercut. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved. What do we expect to see here in round 2? Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until the senses have come back.
Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
Todd, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
The straight right just misses. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nope, that hook won't score. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You'd like to see more jabs. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. There's the bell to start round 3. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
Catch and shoot. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Can't land that jab. Well done with that counter shot. The straight right just misses. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. The game plan is... There's the bell for round 4. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
The courage on display here is incredible. Those counter punches have to hurt. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see more jabs. Straight right just misses. Caution being thrown to the wind. A perfect counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. After what we saw... Back into the fray here in round 5. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
It's all offense all the time. who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter shot. The straight right just misses. Good counter punching. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. No rest for the weary. Nice counter. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does... This is the beginning of round 6. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
You don't want to trade shots. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Perfect punch. That counter shot lands. Missing with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Loma in that last round. At this point, you got to believe. Here we go. It's round 7. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Well, you know with featherweights, the hands are gonna be flying. A lot of punch output.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Both men step back for just a moment. Beautiful counter shot. Perfect counter land. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round.
Come on, switch on.
And we enter the 8th round. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
That counter punch caught him clean. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Good counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. How do they use this fight? Hold it right there. And this fight is over. And in this replay, you can see it. That body punch folded him like a lawn chair.
I've got to see that again.
It happened. You saw it here live.